Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to make a program that prints out the average from a certain amount of numbers that people enter into the program. So if someone enters 5, 3 and 1, we know the average is going to be 3. 5 plus 3 plus 1 is 9, and then we divide by everything in that list and that makes 3. So that's the general program we're going to make today, but with more numbers. If you're a beginner, you don't need to worry because I'm going to explain things throughout the video. So don't worry if you don't understand what a list is, what a print is, a for loop, etc. So don't get too nervous about that. If you do want a head start, I suggest you watch other videos that I have where I make lists, arrays, for loops, that kind of thing, just so you get a general idea what I'm talking about, but it's not a necessity. If you do want to watch that, go in the link in the description to watch some of my other videos I made about this. So without any further hesitation, let's get right into the video. So if you haven't got PyCharm, make sure you install that. If you haven't and don't know how, go to the description and find my playlist for PyCharm and Python, and you'll see how to install that there on Windows, macOS and Linux. I'm just going to create a new Python file and I'm going to say AVG for average. So the first line is we're going to want someone to input numbers that are going to be inserted to find the average of. So we're going to put input and then we're going to say enter. Okay, so this is just a prompt for the person, whoever's using the program, to enter the numbers that they want. And now we're just going to create an empty dictionary where we're going to store them. So we'll just say A equals a blank. So here's the for loop part. So we're going to say for, other line, for I in range. I just stands for index. You don't have to use I, but it's just tradition. And then we're going to say brackets 0 n. So 0 is the first index and n is going to be a variable, which is just a number. And we have it as n rather than 10 or 11 or 12 or 13 because we're just going to have that from whatever number the users enter. And as you can see, let me just put n here, n equals, yep, so there's n. So now we're going to have to do the element part. So we want lm, we'll just put lm equals int input enter an element. And don't worry if you aren't keeping on track with this because I'm going to explain it all at the end. And like I said earlier, if you just want some help or want to learn how to use this stuff without there being this program, you can go into the description and see the videos I've made previously. So we've got that lm equals, and now we need to append the element to A. So we're going to append and then just type lm. And now we're just going to assign what average is. Average equals sum of A, all of A together, which is appended to that array or list. And then that's divided by n. And then we're going to print, finally to the user, we're going to print average of. Okay, so that's the end of the program. So I'm going to go through it again. So at the first line, the user must enter the number of elements which is stored in the variable n. And then the number of I ranges from 0 to the number of elements and is incremented each time after the body of the loop is executed. Then the element that the user enters is stored in the variable lm, which we have here. And then a.append lm appends the element entered to a list. Now the value of I is incremented to 2. The new value entered for the next loop iteration is now stored in lm, which is then appended to the list. Hence why we've got a.append lm. The loop runs till the value of I reaches n. So for I in range 0, n. That's all it means for that. And then sum of A gives the total of all the elements and the list and divided it by the total of elements. So I need the n there. And then round average, and then the comma 2 rounds the average up to 2 decimal places. So if it's 9.713, then it'll be 9.71 rounded to 2 decimal places, then the average is printed out. Like I said, if this is a bit slightly too advanced, go back to other videos and then come back. So this looks all fine. I thought it was fine. There's one more thing we need to do. Int input. A very elementary mistake. If you spotted that, well done. But I have corrected myself. So we're going to run and run. So enter the number of elements to be inserted. I'm going to say 3. Enter an element 1. Another one 2. And another one 3. Average of the elements in the list is 2.0 or 2. So now let's do a few more weird numbers. So I'm going to run it again. Enter the numbers. I'm still going to say 3. Now we're going to say 56, 1, and 90.87. Well, as you can see, it's not going to work. And why is that? Because we have int input. And as you can see, it says line 4, invalid literal for int with base 10. 90.87 is not base 10, and we've only got integers. So as you can see, it's not that much of a complicated program. It's just got int input, it's got an array that you're appending things to, a simple for loop, and then we're just working out the average normally, and then we're just going to print out this to the user. So that's the end of the video. I need to now go and update my PyCharm. So if you like that video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Go and watch some other videos in the description below. Visit my Instagram if you want daily tips and tricks about programming and tech and that kind of thing in general. And yep, until next time, bye.